I'm doing a review of the Tony Evans Study Bible. They came out with a couple years back the Christian Standard Version Bible, and earlier this year they released the New American Standard Version. The New American Standard is with the 2020 New American Standard, so the updated New American Standard. So it's got here. This is Advancing God's Kingdom and Agenda. This is a black genuine leather. This Bible normally retails for 99, but they have it on sale right now on Amazon for, I believe that's $61. So 59.99, 61. So, and it does, you can see some of the features that's on the back of that, and I'll kind of read through that there. If you want to pause, you can take a look at that there. It is a study Bible crafted from Tony Evans' sermon and writing more than 150 videos of sermon, devotionals, and teaching from Dr. Evans, accessible via QR code. So it has a QR code throughout this Bible where you can listen to introductions, teachings, and you can find that throughout. And 60 questions and answers, 140 words, special back matter section with key definition, theological, doctrinal charts, and other study help. Robust. It does have a cross-referencing system. It's got over to the left side is the cross-reference here, and it's at the outer margins where the cross-reference is at rather than the center column. And it's an elegant two-color design. It is paragraph format, and the font size on this Bible is 9.75 type size font. Topical subject headers, and it's got two ribbon markers here, and it's got concordance, Bible reading plan, and presentation page, and introductory front matters, and a full color maps in the back. So if you know anything about Tony Evans, he is a black pastor. He's been pastoring for over 50 years now. So this is the actual Bible here. It's got the kingdom, what it stands for, Advancing God's Kingdom Agenda, Holy Bible, New American Standard, and the Holman logo on the top. And this is a general letter. It is a perimeter stitch, and it is a plastic liner here. It is Smite sewn, and it does lay over them to Genesis 1. He's been preaching a long time. I used to hear him on the radio. He got a radio broadcast called The Urban Alternative. So used to listen to that there many years back. So back when I first got saved, I always looked forward to hearing his preaching and ministry. I actually had a chance to hear him preach at a Promise Keeper meeting. That it was really taking off back in the 70s. They had a Promise Keeper meeting at the Astrodome in Houston, Texas, and he was one of the pastors that I believe he spoke that either that afternoon or that late that Saturday morning. And that was a great experience at that Promise Keeper meeting. It was like heaven on earth. We had church a day and a half. One had great worship and one preacher right after another, and it was just feasting on the word and having men there, so many men from various denominations weeping and crying out to God. It was a dynamic experience there. And that kind of fell off after years, but I actually went to a second one, and that was back in about 2008 at the in San Antonio, but it wasn't the large magnitude as they used to be back in the 90s. I think they still have those meetings there. So, like I said, it is a lot of the notes is from his sermons and teachings and different books that he wrote throughout the years. So he also is on the staff at Dallas Theological Seminary. He is a professor there, so he's been preaching a long time. Good, solid expository preacher. I mean, so great man of God. And it's got like in the top of every study Bible, how to study the Bible. So that is real important now. Learning how to correctly study the Bible. And it's got here Kingdom Living Lessons. And it's got QR codes there. You can see that's one of the QR codes. And I do have one on my phone. So that is one of the QR codes that I went to there. And unfortunately, you can see like there's a video there. And actually my Bluetooth is on, so you won't be able to hear the sound there. But they do have those there throughout this Bible here. So it's got questions and answers throughout this Bible. Faith works. Welcome to the kingdom. So it is this whole study Bible is focusing on advances God's kingdom. And so there is more of those QR codes. Like I said, there's a lot of them. Every book has an introduction, does have sermons, not in every book, but they do have them interwoven throughout there, and also some short devotional videos also. How to study the Bible. Read carefully. Ask questions. Pay attention to context. That's one of my big things is pay attention to context. I always ask some people, what does this verse mean? So what I'm asking that question for is to see that they look at what that verse means in context, or do they extrapolate it out of text and read into the meaning. So that is real important there. And be ready to obey. So that is the purpose of not getting head knowledge, but learning what the Word of God and acting on it and obeying and pray. So you always start Bible study with prayer. It's got a preface to the New American Standard general format. So it's got here, and this is the introduction. You can see the introduction to Genesis here. Does have a 9.5 fun fact. And so all the introduction to the book, that's always in green. And then outline, it's got outlined at the beginning of every book in this Bible also. And there's a kingdom living. And so here, if you can see here, got a little brief teaching there on kingdom living there. So every verse begins with a green number here. So you actually can see here it's a green number for every text that's in this Bible here. And the notes at the very bottom, so you can see the notes there. So the notes are smaller print. I'm not for sure as the size of the notes there. And there is the cross references over on the outer edges, outer side of the Bible, rather than a center column references. So the verse numbers are always in green and the actual references are in black. So this is a black letter text throughout. So even in the New Testament, that is black letter there. So I'm going to go over to just kind of flip through here, see if I come across any articles. Another question and answer there. And this is a question and answer on two biblical leaders. Moses and David each had a mentor and a wise older friend who helped them discern their calling. Jethro helped Moses and Samuel aided David. So everybody needs someone to kind of help them grow in their walk, iron sharpening iron. So I recommend every Christian to have a mentor or be a mentor to someone. And there is a Kingdom Living article here. And in the Psalms, Proverbs, it does have the poetic setting there. So in the poetry, it is a verse by verse in the poetic settings throughout this Bible here. And it's got an article here, flip through here, don't walk this road alone. New Testament, like I said, is green letter. Black letter with the green verse numbers at the very first verse is always, chapter head is always in green. So, wish it was red letter, but, they made it this way. And the application in question, that's also another section in this Bible here is application. How to apply the text is asking a question on how to apply. Faith is always in action. Here's another article that takes up the whole entire page on this article here. So that is sprinkled throughout this Bible. There's numerous of them in this Bible here. And at the very back of this Bible here, it's got a lot of good, solid information in the very back. Once you get past Revelation, and then right after that, there's definition of key terms and doctrines of the Christian faith there. And then you got the very first one is baptism, is in that alphabet of biblical justice, blessings, calling, church, and confession. Then right after that, there is a topical index right after the key terms and doctrines. That is a topical They got an index page here. Topical index of the kingdom. And so right after that is a topical teachings on different topics, alignment, angels, atonement. So you find that right there. And that's also in alphabetical. So it's got several pages of those articles there. And it's got theological overview, theology, theology proper, Christology. So it's got a good teaching on theology in this Bible here, the attributes of God here. So it's got the transience of God, the infinity of God, the self-existence of God, the self-sufficiency of God, the holiness of God, the sovereignty of God. So it's got teaching on theology, the attributes of the triune God. Biblicology, spiritual warfare. So knowing that we're in a battle, and you're in a battle with forces of evil, so we're fighting with the Christ's help, we're fighting to win. Spiritual warfare article. And then right after that, it's got a harmony of the gospel. So it just shows what different gospel teachings, where they line up and teaching on the same subject. So you got there the harmony of the gospel. So you got about 5 pages. And it has got a Bible reading. It's got 2 Bible plans. One is a 3-year plan, and then the other one is a 1-year plan. I've done both type of plans. At one time, I've done a 6-month plan. I've also done a year plan. Several times I went through and read through the Bible. Yearly, I'm going to say about 7, 8 times I read through the Bible in a year. I've also done the 3-year plan. I've done that a couple times, where you're taking time and just systematically just walking through the text and just taking your time and soaking in the word and grasping everything that the text is saying. Now, I've done the 6 months. They got like 60-day plans. I think it's hard to really grasp a lot of the text when you're going through it in that short a period of time there. And it's got here a concordance in the back also. So it's got a 3-column concordance in the back. Got quite a few pages in the concordance in this back, and it does have the Holman's maps in the very back of this Bible here. So these are not glossy maps, so it's easy to actually see, and it's not like a lot of reflection on those maps there. They've done a good job, good deep colors in the maps on this Bible here. So I highly recommend this Bible here. This is a good study Bible. It's got a lot of notes. If you're not familiar, I recommend you go Google him, listen to some of his sermons. I mean, a great man of God. So this is an excellent study Bible. One of my favorite study Bibles. So I like this Bible along with several other ones. So highly recommend this Bible. Get your copy of it. I think the hardback is on sale. Like right now on Amazon, I think I looked at it. I think it's somewhere like around $27, and for the hard book section of that Bible there. So great Bible there. Have a blessed day in the Lord. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button. If you're not a subscriber to my page, please be a subscriber. I'm putting out videos on a regular basis, and you'll be one of the first ones to see when I release new material. And help me grow this page by following my page, clicking like. If you enjoyed this, please leave a comment, and have a blessed day in the Lord.